You've seen the unboxing, you've seen the installation, and you've also seen a comparison while on the bike. Now, we're going to hop on the bike ourselves right in the driver's seat, and we're going to take these RestoQuad headlights and see what they're made of. What's up, we the bros, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a direct comparison of both the V1 and V2, so that way you have a ballpark idea of what the product is like before you purchase it. The purpose of today's video is not to dog the product, but to show how cool these headlights are and how much of a huge improvement they are from the stock. But before we get too far in the video, I did want to quickly say, number one, thank you to you guys for supporting our channel and giving us the opportunity to do stuff like this. Number two, thank you to Mr. James for giving us the headlights in the first place. Number three, thank you to East Tennessee Trail Riders for letting us use their V1s for this video. Go check them out along with Mr. James. And last but not least, we're going to thank God for giving us the opportunity to be able to do this for him and his glory. Let's pray. Father God, thank you for the opportunity to make this video. I thank you for blessing me and keeping me safe as I rode the four-wheeler to do this comparison. I pray that you'd watch over us and keep us safe as we continue to do this for you and your glory. And I pray that you'd bless the East Tennessee Trail Riders channel, the RestoQuads channel. Bless them for being a huge blessing to us. And I pray that you'd watch over all of the people who are watching. And thank you for putting us in a position to be able to do this for you and your glory. In your holy and precious name I pray. Amen. So, right off the bat, this is the two lights. The DRL for the V2 is over here. The DRL for the V1 is over here. And this is what my stock lights used to look like. This is pretty much about as much as they would illuminate. This is low beams. You can kind of see where it gets brighter there at the bottom. It's got that little yellow ring, and that doesn't. It's more focused right there at the ground, so you can see out in front of you. And then this is the high beam, and you can see an obvious difference with the actual circle indentation towards the top of that tree, which is a huge improvement. Now, with this in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. We're gonna go through the trees, and I'll let you guys see what it looks like as we're running through some trees. I'm gonna take it a little slow, because obviously it's night, but I do feel a little bit more confident with these headlights, so yeah. Obviously you can see better to my left than you can to my right.
past that. Look at that, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go back this way with the high beams on. And hopefully not hit that guy. V2s, like, look at how much it casts for the V1s on this side. It doesn't cast as far on this side, but whenever you're riding at night, you want it to be closer towards the front so you can see more in front of you rather than out. So I think that's what he meant whenever he was talking about a focus beam, which is what this is. It focuses right down the center and it gives you a longer, place to see, which I think looks a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, it looks a lot better than stock, obviously.
And now you have finally seen the comparison of both headlights on an ATV going through the woods. That's our type of content. That's how we would be riding with these headlights. And now comes the difficult part, and the part that I was dreading the most, which is giving my honest opinion about the product. I'm not worried or concerned about giving my honest opinion. It's just really difficult as a consumer to be able to nitpick an item to a certain point whenever there's nothing wrong with it. Both the V1 and the V2s, both are extremely good headlights. They are a huge step up from the stock headlights. The stock headlights are the equivalent of putting on the DRLs, the daytime running lights, and just riding through the trail and hoping you don't hit something. Whereas the V1s gives you an awesome opportunity to have a blanket coverage of a large portion of land out in front of you, to be able to see the potholes and the rocks and the holes that are out in front of you before you get a chance to get to them. But the V2s are immaculate. The high beam or the focus beam that sends that giant beam out, I would say about 20 to 30 feet, is absolutely crazy, okay? The V1s don't give that distance. It gives you the landscape look that we're looking, but it doesn't give you the distance. Whereas the V2s gives you distance,
and the landscape, and he's taken the time to make sure it hits the ground closer to in front of your vehicle so you can see right in front of you before you get to it. I mean, obviously you wouldn't be going like pinned in 4th or 5th gear at a nighttime ride because you can't see. I mean, I don't do that normally in the daytime, so I definitely wouldn't be doing it at night. But that's really good attention to detail for the people in the off-road community, that you can see that. Not to mention the fact that if you're running on the street, it's easier to see a pothole, or it's easier to see something that may be on the road, like debris or litter, or if someone hits something, like if there's a deer. We see that common in our area where people hit deer and they're just on the side of the road. It'd be nice to see that out in front of you before you run up on it, kind of thing. And honestly, I can nitpick this product, like trying to find every small detail, and there's only one thing that it boils down to, and that is entirely your personal preference. The DRLs make a huge difference in the style and the look of the headlight. I would personally say that the V1s are kind of more of a stock rendition of an aftermarket headlight, where it still gives you the feel of stock, but it gives you that DRL, but it's not as crazy. So if you like the stock look and you want something that's kind of not crazy, then that's perfect for you. Whereas the V2s obviously gives the same feel of stock, but it gives you the DRL that goes from the side all the way to the front at the bottom, which I personally like because it gives you that underglow feel, like that you would see for like a car or a Jeep or something like that people threw rock lights on. It gives that same feel headlight wise. Or like Andrew's with his cat eyes, it's the same concept as that, like those running lights with the cat eyes. It's a nice style, it's a nice feel. And for an aggressive machine, something like that, that's not too aggressive, but it's aggressive enough to get the point across, is a phenomenal way to accent the headlights in a way that we haven't seen before. And what I mean by preference is it really just boils down to what style you like. Clifford likes the V1 style more than he likes the V2 style, which is why we both have a set of V2s. Andrew liked the V2s, Clifford liked the V1s, and we just traded. And then that's how we got the V1s for the video, is he let us borrow them, and I have to take that one off the Raptor, put it in the box, and ship it off to him in the near future. Thank you to him. Thank you to you, Clifford, if you're watching this. Really appreciate you for allowing us to use it. If you guys haven't, go check out his channel as well. East Tennessee Trail Riders. Awesome channel. Really nice people. Very down to earth. They have a Quadzilla content out now, which is really awesome. I love the 2-strokes. Don't know why, but I do. Now, what I'm about to say sounds slightly mean, and I don't want you to take it that way because I don't mean it in a mean way by no means. So let me explain this before I say this. This product is a really good product, but if this product was not a good product, I would still purchase it from James. And I don't mean that derogatorily. I just mean that James, as a person, as a producer of a product, is extremely down to earth. He's extremely nice. He's willing to answer questions. He didn't take anything that I've said as a suggestion to his product and be like, no, that's stupid, don't say that. He's taken every ounce of criticism, every ounce of constructive criticism, and every ounce of like, this would be a cool idea, without getting offended, without getting upset. And he's been willing to listen to not only his consumer base, but also any other consumer base that's willing to purchase into the product. Street, off-road, like technically it wouldn't be in the enduro realm, but I'm sure that if we started talking to him about, we want to run these lights at an enduro race, that he would probably look into making a bracket that has a protective piece on it so we could still run them. But like, he's taken the time to be able to have it for so many different consumer bases that it's absolutely crazy the amount of time and the thought and the precision that he's put into the product as a whole. Not to mention the fact that when we talked to him on the podcast, by the way, if you haven't seen that, go check out the Final Cut podcast. It's a separate channel, and you can also check out our videos on Spotify as well if you'd prefer that. But when we talked to him on the podcast channel, he told us that he's looking into branching into more brands of ATVs, sport quads specifically, and I'm very excited to be one of the few and first consumers of the Suzuki, of the Honda, of anything else that he comes up with that we may get in the future. I would love that. I love him as a product producer. I love him as a business owner. He's extremely nice. And honestly, before I go into a big tangent about how amazing he is, I'm gonna stop myself there because I've tried this twice now and it goes to 10 minutes and then the file likes to corrupt and it causes a problem. So anyway, my personal opinion, I like the V2s better. That's my personal preference. I like to be able to see further out in front of me. That's what stresses me out whenever I ride at night. But if I were to purchase, or if I was just given the V1s, I would love them because they do the same thing, just not to the degree that the V2s are. And that honestly is with any product as you're ironing out the details. So in conclusion, I'm very excited to see what happens with RestoQuad as he continues to expand, as he continues to open more products, as he continues to do what only James can do. And I'm just ready to buckle up and to be ready for whatever stuff he decides to throw out in the near future, because I'm telling you right now, if he can come up with an integrated awesome LED light for the 450, that is going on my to buy list as soon as it comes out. Because I love the stock headlights. See, that didn't even sound right. I just lied through my teeth. I hate the stock light. I've had to ride the 250 for forever, and we got so frustrated with it that we put a light bar on the front of it. But if you can have that same stock feel, but a nice LED bulb or something in there, that is awesome. That is phenomenal. Anyway, if you haven't checked out the V1 or V2 installation video, go check those out if you plan on purchasing the product. Go check out his channel. It's in the description down below. And also his website is in the description down below as well. Go check that out. He's got a bunch of products ranging from plastics for Banshees all the way to the harnesses and the headlights for Raptors. And I'm very excited to see what he continues to do. And honestly, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit at this point. From what I've seen so far, the sky's the limit, and I'm very excited to see what he makes of it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any suggestions to make the content better, let us know. But apart from that, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Now we the coldest, I'm on 10 with my roadies. Shout out my homies, we gon' ball for them trophies. Like they can't hold me, thinking God, I've been chosen. Go through the motions all them times, I was hopeless. Now we the coldest.
Look, I've been trying to tell y'all since like 1-3. Got my soul up in the trunk, get my God got the key. Spirit trying to talk.